Alright, so today we'll be talking about Lowe syndrome, which is also known as oculocerebrorenal syndrome. So when I think about Lowe syndrome, I think about myself at Lowe's, the hardware store. So we'll start here in the sink section, where we have our guy kind of bent over trying to fix this sink. As you can see, he has on these suspenders, which because he's a handyman, and he's bent over, which is our recurring symbol for a recessive syndrome. So X-linked, X for the suspenders, recessive for the bent over. So under the sink here, you can see here the pipes look suspiciously like nephron. So these patients have renal issues. And the pipe is connected here to a pressure meter, which is showing very, very high pressure. So it's associated with glaucoma as well. We move up here to the garden section of Lowe's, and we have our guy here. He's kind of pushed his sunglasses posterior to the posterior part of his head, so he's able to see and throw this frisbee. So it's a posterior lenticonus, posterior lenticonus, and he's thrown this disc, this frisbee, for his puppy to kind of look at and catch. So the disc is associated here with our disciform cataracts in this situation. So the guy threw the disc, threw the frisbee, and it hit this really angry guy's sign. And this guy is extremely angry and aggressive, which is associated with aggressive behavior. And as you can look closer at the sign here, it hits the sign for key making, which happens at hardware stores. And as you can see closer, it says keloid. So it's associated with corneal keloids in Lowe syndrome. So to sum that up here, Lowe syndrome has oculo findings, which is the lenticonus and the glaucoma, cerebro, the aggressive behavior, and the renal, which is the Fanconi syndrome. So bring that together, it's OCR and then L for Lowe. So it's associated with the OCRL gene. All right, and some photos here. On the right, you can see this posterior bowing of the lens, which is a posterior lenticonus. And here on the right, on the left, you see corneal keloid. All right, so to sum that up quickly here, we have Lowe syndrome, which is known as oculocerebrorenal syndrome, associated with renal issues, glaucoma, okay, posterior lenticonus, disciform cataracts. It's a X-linked recessive syndrome. And can result in aggressive behavior and some findings of corneal keloids. All right, thank you so much.